Alright, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to watch a classic here. Alien. Let's check it out. We're in outer space. This is the ship Nostromo, and they're getting a transmission. Everybody was in a hibernation sleep for a long voyage, but now with that transmission, they got to get up early.
Program to do that should certain conditions arise. They have.
Like what? Seems she has intercepted a transmission of unknown origin. She got us up to check it out.
So the transmission basically tells them to land on this other planet or moon, whatever it is. So they do.
Look, I'm not going to do any more work. We get this straightened out.
Brett, you're guaranteed by law to get a share.
What?
Why don't you just fuck off?
Anyway, a couple of them get out to explore.
Transmission. Mother's deciphered part of it. It doesn't look like an SOS.
What is it?
Well, it looks like a warning.
It is completely enclosed, and it's full of leathery objects like eggs or something.
Eggs are exactly what he finds.
Seems to have life. Organic life.
And it opens. Anyway, that guy who got attacked, his name is Kane, played by John Hurt. They get him back inside, and there is a facehugger attached to him. And when they try to surgically remove it, it bleeds acid.
That crap could eat you at home.
Unfortunately, by breaking quarantine, you risk everybody's life.
Maybe I should have left him outside.
And later on, that facehugger thing, it's basically a like a snakeskin at this point.
I didn't see it was in the other hand.
So they get the hell out of there. Kane appears to be okay at this point.
How you doing? Terrific. Excellent question.
But at dinner a little later, he's not quite right.
I'm eating this. What's the matter?
And as quickly as it appeared, it disappears. Harry Dean Stanton was looking for the cat, and instead, our little alien has grown. And this is the last we see of Brett. So they still go searching for the creature. This is Tom Skerritt, by the way. He plays Dallas, the leader. Obviously, Sigourney Weaver plays Ripley.
We'll go step by step and cut off every bulkhead and every vent until we have it cornered, and then we'll blow it the fuck out into space. Is that acceptable to you?
Ripley discovers a prior message that perhaps it wasn't an accident that they got there. In fact, that may have been their mission, and that they're expendable. So this guy, Ash, who's like the science officer, that message was meant for him. He knew about this. And I guess he's trying to kill the witnesses now who find out. But other guys come to his rescue, her rescue. And it turns out Ash is not a human. He's a robot of some sort.
I thought it was clear. Was it? Bring backlog form, priority 1. All other priorities rescinded.
A little later on, these two are going to get it. Ripley discovers their bodies and she's the only survivor left. Well, her and Jonesy the cat.
Automatically destruct in T-5 minutes.
They set it to destruct. They were going to escape on the shuttle, but the creature was blocking their path to the shuttle. With no other option, she tries again, and this time the creature's not there, so she's able to get on the shuttle and escape.
Minus 30 seconds. 29. 2. 1.
So, thinking she's in the clear until she runs into that. Creature snuck on board as well. So Ripley ran off into a closet and wormed her way inside of a spacesuit. And then she punches the airlock. The alien, however, was still tethered to the ship until she put the thrusters on and basically blasted it away. Finally safe, she makes a final journal entry, and she puts herself in the hibernation sleep for the rest of the journey home, and that's our film. Alright. Let's talk about this classic movie called Alien, 1979. I remember this movie when it first came out. I was really kind of too small, but I remember seeing magazines and Starlog magazine, and there was always references to Alien. It was always something that intrigued me. I finally got around to seeing it, maybe in 1982, in that range, 83, when it showed up on cable, and I really liked the movie. It's an outer space horror movie, a sci-fi horror movie. Look at the Metacritic on this. It's 89, which is very, very high for any film, let alone a horror movie, right? So, anyway, it's a very simple story, actually. It's we have some miners who are mining ore out in outer space, and they're a long way from Earth, and they put them into like this hibernation sleep to go travel long distances. On their way back, they get stopped because they get a new transmission that wakes them up. They have to go investigate this SOS on this nearby, I don't know if it's a moon or a planet or what, but they go down there, check it out. They find this gigantic cavern filled with eggs. And then one of them pops open and attaches itself to this guy, Kane, played by John Hurt. And they bring him back and they see the classic face hugger, which is attached to his face. And they can't get it off. If they try to cut it off, it bleeds acid, basically, and starts to rip through the hull. So they say that's not a good idea. Later on, magically, the thing has disappeared. They don't know what happened. They found the exoskeleton of the facehugger, kind of like a snakeskin type of thing, and it was basically dead. And Kane seemed to be fine until they went and had dinner, at which point he started spitting up. Next thing you know, his stomach burst open, and a little creature came out of it. An alien, a small creature. The alien apparently grows very large, very fast. So they look for this creature. Creature finds them, kills them one by one. So basically you got a giant alien creature which can't really be killed. Stalking, I don't know if it's really stalking, but if you stumble upon it, it will kill you. So anyway, at one point we're left with 3 survivors. And they decide, well, you know what, let's just blow the ship, self-destruct it, and then we'll get away in the shuttle. Before that happens, the creature kills 2 of them, leaving just Sigourney Weaver as Ripley. She can't make it to the shuttle because the creature's blocking the way. So she goes back and tries to stop the self-destruct, but it's too late. So she's got 5 minutes. So she tries to go to the shuttle one more time. This time the creature's nowhere to be found. So she gets on the shuttle, takes off with Jonesy the cat, and thinks everything is fine until she gets on board. And a little while later, the alien is on board with her. So she freaks out, runs into a closet, puts on a spacesuit. When the alien comes out, she hits the airlock thing. Everything gets sucked out, including the alien, although it was kind of attached briefly until she put on the thrusters and basically burned it off the hull, and then away she went back home, and that's our movie. So, obviously, as you know, this is a classic sci-fi horror movie that has spawned several sequels, first of which is Aliens, which came out in 1986, I believe, which I'll be reviewing shortly, actually. which I actually think is a better movie, and I think most Alien fans believe that too. Kind of like a Star Wars Empire Strikes Back type deal, or Superman 2. But yeah, and they made Alien 3, and I think there's a 4th, and maybe there was a 5, and there's like Alien versus Predator. I actually have not seen anything besides Alien and Aliens. From what I read, the reviews weren't so great after Aliens. So, but I don't know. I know there are fans of there are a lot of fans of the franchise who love them. So, and there also is Prometheus, which I think is another story which takes place in the same world, but I don't know if it's exactly a sequel or what it is. But that's an excellent movie too. But anyway, that is Alien. I know you've all seen this movie. It's a classic. So just let me know what you think about it, and leave some comments down below. In fact, do you think this is the best of the Alien franchise movies, or is Aliens better, or is there a different one? I don't know. Tell me. Leave some comments. Watch Alien. Bye.